Good morning. It's day 15 and it's about 6:30 a.m. So we woke up at 5, but Corey didn't sleep very well. I slept kind of and so we're not moving quite as fast as we had hoped. We had hoped to be on the trail about 30 minutes ago. As it is, we'll probably start hiking at about 7 now. It's a cool morning though, so it should be fine for the climb. We're gonna try to pound out as many miles as we can before it gets hot, and then if it does get pretty warm, we might take a siesta and do a few more miles after that before hitting camp. So it's kind of the plan for the day. It is a beautiful morning.
Yes, it is.
So we're looking to get moving. There's supposed to be a chance of rain today and a chance of rain tomorrow, which should make the rest of the climb tomorrow potentially cooler and give us some water. But it's a 14-mile dry stretch to the next water source, which is off trail, and then a 9-mile dry stretch after that. So we are going to be carrying a lot of water on this stretch. I have a capacity of 7 liters, and I might be carrying all of that, so it's gonna be heavy. But yeah, so that's pretty much the plan. We're just in the last stages of setting up or breaking down camp and getting some breakfast in us before we get to the water cache, fill up any water bottles that don't have water in them already, and then head out. So I'll check in as we go. So it's 8:30. True to form, we're getting out late and we're just walking away from Scissors Crossing. And oh my lords, my pack is heavy. I'm carrying about, it's full resupply, and 7 liters of water. We've been drinking about 4 a day, and it's a 14-mile dry stretch, and we're probably going to do like 7 today and 7 tomorrow. I have 7 liters. So that's 1 liter less than 2 days worth of water for me. I'm not worried about the water. It's just so heavy. So yeah, and we're going uphill all day. It's gonna be great. Beautiful morning. It is starting to warm up already, but the breeze is pretty cold, so should be a nice ascent. So I'm gonna put down the camera and focus on climbing. I'll see you guys down the trail. So for most of our hike so far, it really hasn't felt like desert until now. Like, we have these big cacti, and we have lots of variety of them. They're so cute. Push-ups. My only thought is giant giant asparagus. Look at all these flowers, though. This has just been such a cool hike this morning. Hard, but really, really cool. Definitely looks like desert. Up and up we go. Okay. So we're about a mile in and we're hanging out on this ridge. And so we're hiking and we're going uphill. And all of a sudden I realized that the low right side of my back starts feeling kind of cold, kind of wet. And I swear I can smell pepperoncinis, which I am carrying out. So last night, they were in my food bag in 3 different Ziploc bags all inside each other. And I noticed that they were leaking just a little bit. They weren't in the actual op sack, they were just in my river bag. So I'm like, okay. So when I pulled them out, I'm like, oh, they're kind of leaking. And when I say kind of leaking, I mean there was just a little tiny bit in one of the corners coming out. And I was like, okay. So I put them in another Ziploc bag. So it's 4 Ziploc bags, by the way. And I moved them out of my river bag, which I'm using as a food bag, which is waterproof, I might add. And I put it in the brain of my pack. So I tell Corey, I'm like, I can smell vinegaryness and my low back. And I was like, can you check my low back? So he checks and he's like, yep, I can smell it. And yeah, one side is wet and one side isn't. So I'm like, ah, shit. So I take off my pack. I explode my pack on this side. We're on a ridge area. There's not much room. So I explode everything out. Pull out my food bag, which is at the bottom of my pack because it's the heaviest thing in there. And somehow, inside my op sack, which is an odor-proof bag, plastic bag, everything is soaked in peppercini juice. And the inside of the river bag is soaked. And it's leaking out of the waterproof bag, which I don't understand. So I'm
through the bag.
Through the bag. Yeah, not at the opening, through the actual bag.
So what the hell, the seed summit?
And so I'm pulling everything out, and I'm looking and I can't find the pepperoncinis. And I'm like, where the hell are they? The juice is everywhere. This is a whole can's worth of juice. And it's leaking everywhere. And thankfully it didn't get anywhere but the very bottom of my pack and in my food bag. So thankfully all my clothes are peppercini free and all of my my sleeping bag and everything. But so I'm rushing through trying to find it and I cannot find them. And then I'm like, wait a minute, didn't I put them in the brain of my pack, so at the very top? I pull it out. It's full of juice and dry. My brain is completely dry. So it didn't leak down from the brain through everything. No, just randomly for some reason. And I went through the food bag this morning and picked out food I wanted to eat today. This morning when I left camp, everything was dry. So I have no idea what happened. Absolutely none. It's a complete mystery and I'm so confused. Sorry, I had to stop because there were people coming up. But I have no idea what happened. Luckily, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. Could have leaked all over my clothes and my sleeping bag and our tent and everything. Luckily, it's just my food bag. But I'm just incredibly confused because it's like I took a whole bottle and just dumped it in my food bag and mushed it all around when it wasn't that way this morning, and the pepperoncinis weren't anywhere near the food bag. I don't know, weird trail mystery. But luckily it should be all taken care of now. So who knows? But it definitely made for an eventful morning. So I'm gonna put the camera away now. Stop rambling about the weird peppercini event and keep climbing this hill. And that's where we were this morning. Scissors Crossing way down there. So only about a mile and a half up the trail, but definitely gained some altitude. Whew. This is really cool. Woo. Lots of wind. Damn. Oh, and there's the trail. So it's about 10:30 and we are at the first tent site, and it's actually probably one of the better tent sites we've seen. We just came deeper into one of the little canyons and we were just surrounded by flowers and cacti, and we're sheltered from the wind. Like, this is a great campsite. Really beautiful. So we're just gonna sit, have some snacks, and lighten our packs up by drinking some water.
Don't you know?
Alright, final update for day 15. So we went just over 9 miles today. I didn't take a whole lot of video today because the wind was just insane. Constantly blowing, and we were honestly just trying to kind of power through. We took like 3 or 4 breaks. Total today, all but one were just like 5 or 10 minutes. One of them was our full lunch break, and it was about an hour and a half, which was quite needed. But otherwise we were just kind of powering through, and we were pretty happy. We had a late start, but we still got in just over 9 miles, so feeling good. My feet hurt. I have a few complaints here and there, but nothing major. Today was awesome. Today was really very gorgeous. When we started, it was desert, all kinds of cactus and lots of orange and brown dirt, and it was very desert looking. Then we got up, we did quite a bit of a climb this morning and got into just beautiful wildflowers, fields and fields of just purple and white and yellow and orange and red flowers all over. And we were seeing butterflies and lizards of various kinds, and we saw a snake, and
His name was Ned.
just lots of wildlife today. The views were breathtaking. It was honestly probably one of the most stunning days we've had on trail. And then it was also super eventful. So I lost a bandana, and then there was the weird peppercini mystery, and I thought it seemed like we had lost our
tent stuff.
Our tent stuff sack, but it actually was just hiding in the fly. Like, just kind of eventful, just super weird kind of day. And like, we hadn't seen anyone. Like, noon, we were getting passed by a fair few people in the morning, and then from noon until about 5 we saw no one all day long. Even on our hour-and-a-half lunch break, no one passed us by. We saw no one. We rolled into camp, and there's one person quite a ways down from us, but in the same tent, like in the same campsite. But like Guthook says, there's 5 campsites here, and you could easily fit 100 hikers. Like, easily. And then we saw one guy walk past us, and that's it. So it's been a really calm, really chill day. It's been a fantastic day on trail. It really has. And we're quite happy that we're slowly but surely upping the mileage a little bit. I can definitely feel it. My feet are complaining a bit, but I think that's just welcome to being a thru-hiker. We've been on trail for 15 days, and we're past the 85-mile mark, so I think that's just I think it just comes with the territory at this point. But yeah, we're supposed to get rain tonight, and the sky is looking pretty stormy. So it might rain on us, and it's supposed to kind of potentially rain until about 8 a.m. tomorrow. So we might just kind of, like, we keep talking about getting up early and trying to get out more and more miles. But we'll just see.
But I ain't hiking in no rain.
If we wake up and it's pouring, we might just wait out the rain. Still try and get in like 10 miles tomorrow, but we might just chill until the rain dies off at around 8 a.m. So we'll see. If we wake up and everything's dry and it doesn't look like it's gonna rain at all, maybe we'll get up early and start trucking earlier than that. But we're just gonna kind of play it by ear like we usually do. We're gonna hit water in the middle of the day. That was one of the things today that I think why my feet are complaining so much is I was carrying 7 liters of water, because I drink about 4 a day, and like consistently out here I've been drinking about 4 a day, and we had a 14-mile dry stretch. So we're, 9-ish miles into that 14, so we should get to water tomorrow. But my pack was probably about, I don't know, maybe 50, 55 pounds.
Feels about.
So, you know, that's probably why my feet are complaining so much, is that I was carrying a ridiculously heavy weight today. So that should be better tomorrow with a shorter water carry, and we should be like rolling into Warner Springs in the next 2 or 3 days, depending on our pace and depending on, you know, what we decide to do. So yeah, that's about the update. We've set up camp in this nice like sandy valley, and that is our sunset right now. That whole, there should be hills there, but that's all storm clouds. So I don't know. We'll see if they end up, there's some like directly above us. So we'll see. Might be a cold night. All right. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.